Yeah, let's talk about it. You're welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your boy. As you can see, we are in a different location. This is the crib, and the reason why we're here is spring break. Like I said in my the last episode, spring break was coming. Here we are, and with the studio being closed, I still wanted to give y'all some content. So here we are. And I've been doing a lot of thinking, and it's just been stuff been coming across my mind. And it's in regards to my goals and my passion. And what I mean by I've really just been thinking about it, right? What I mean by thinking about it, it's more of I've been putting in the work, or I've been doing my part, right? I've been doing my part, and I know I know what it's going to take to succeed, or I know the effort, or I know the things that I need to do on my end to make sure, you know, just making sure I'm doing my part. And you always want people in your corner. You always want a team, but you also do want people that actually genuinely support you. And I know for me, I try my best to give shout outs when I can. And my shout outs may not mean nothing to nobody, but hey, I still do my part as if as if I have a responsibility myself. That's how I feel. If I feel like I want to do my part to support and just be there for other people, especially when whether it's a clothing line, music, anything, any brand related things, right? So I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna share, post, like, comment when need be, and it feels it definitely does feel good to see that other people are doing the same. That feels good, like that you support your people back home or wherever it may be. You support them, and it does feel good to see that they support you. And the reason why I bring all this up is you want to have a support system. You want to have a support system that's going to tell you when you could be going off a little bit, going off the deep end, whether it's with clothing, music, film, whatever it is, whatever you always want you always want support and you want a team. And I do get when people get frustrated when they're not seeing uh, results, or they're not they don't see the progress. They don't see the grind. And I understand, putting in the work and still not seeing people support your stuff. I see it. I get it. And I feel the frustration, because at times I feel like that at times. And it's not to say, and it's not here to beg anybody or to throw any excuses out there or anything. It's just like, yo, I rock with you. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind that in return. But, and even if I don't get it, it's cool. But just know that I'm uh I'm keeping that tucked in the back, right? And what I mean by that is I'm keeping it tucked in terms of, I'm gonna remember. And just like we had that discussion, just like we talked about the whole Michael B. Jordan situation, but it's almost like, I spoke so free with it, because I get it. Like, nah, keep that same energy, because, like I said, I really felt that, because sometimes I feel like we all got our own little things, right? We all got our own lanes. We got our own avenues and things that we're trying to accomplish. And some people look at your dreams, some people look at your passions, and they laugh at you. Some people look at some of the things that you do that is tied to your dreams, whether it's you waking up early to go to the gym because you want to be the best basketball player or the best football player, et cetera, et cetera. People laugh at you, and they look at you weird because you're doing all this, and they may not see it. So they may not see the greatness in you. They may not see the they may not see that success in you. And people tend to either laugh at you, write you off, and for me, I actually like it. I like getting written off, or I like that you think that this may just be a phase. I like that, because when I do exactly what I said I was going to do, that feeling is it's gonna be so much better, because the doubt that you had in your mind for my success, the doubt you had that in your mind that my show wasn't going to be successful. I like that's all I see. I see, and honestly, that's the kind of attitude and that's the kind of mindset you have to have. You have to have that type of mindset where no matter what you're hearing, no matter the outside noise, and sometimes inside noise, no matter all those opinions, I'm still going to get it done. You have to have that mind. You have to have something in you that tells you that I'm welcoming haters. I welcome doubt. I need it, actually. Like, those things fuel me. I want to be I want to be that person that they look at and say, damn, he got another thing out. He got another successful. Yes, I do. That's like, I want that. I like, you really got to have, you really got to believe, man. And I truly believe in myself so much that it doesn't matter where the lack of support is coming from. I don't care. Now, I'm human, right? So, of course, of course, things are going to bother me, especially if it's coming from, within, or within, just within. And you get that. You, I'm quite sure you have seen it before where, you know, you may have family members, close friends, partners, like, doubt you in a sense, if that makes any sense. Like, and it may not be a blatant, outright, I'm not supporting you, but it could be they don't get excited as you do, or the tone changes when you may talk about some of the things that may benefit your brand, or asking for certain ideas and stuff like that, and it's not as, the response is not as quick, or the the urgency, or actions put forth surrounding that topic, or whatever it is, whether it's, your brand, or your music, or whatever. It's they may not see it. They may not see the vision. They may not. I mean, all in all, right? Because this is your passion, because this is your dream. Nobody's gonna be as fired up and as motivated as you, right? But of course, you do. On the other hand, you do get people that are honestly overly excited for you and want to pitch ideas and want to help out with setup, or anything that involves your passion. They want to invest in it, and those type of people come not too often, and I'm fortunate enough to have a wife that supports all of my uh, all of my dreams, and most definitely this one, right? To podcast. She's been supportive. She's been pitching me ideas, and you want something. You want a support system like that. You want somebody. You want friends and family, people that are actually in your that's on your side, that's in your corner, that's not going to sugarcoat things, because you don't need that. I mean, you definitely don't need any yes men around. And I'm fortunate to have some support for sure. But I definitely do understand people's frustration. I understand, like to be honest, do I wish I had more views on my videos on YouTube and stuff like that? Of course. But I also know that I got to start somewhere, right? And I'm okay with. I don't. The thing about me is I don't want to skip the process. I don't want to skip growing pains. I never want to. I never wanted to be a person that went viral for something. I want to grow organic fans. I want to grow true true followers. I really want to. I want my I want my experience with my fans to be organic, and whether that comes now or in a couple months, couple years, I'm fine with that. I know the process. I know that things like this don't happen like overnight. Just the power of the internet can to do amazing things. But honestly, I'm okay I'm okay where I'm at, and I I truly I truly like I I like that process, and I don't mind I don't mind waiting. I don't mind getting where I need to be by patiently waiting. I'm okay with that. But hey, if y'all want to make me if y'all want to give me some views, send some people over. That's cool with me too. But all in all, it's honestly like, what are you like? A question that I constantly ask myself too is like, what are what are you willing to do? What am I truly willing to do to reach that goal of mine? Am I willing to, let's say, sacrifice maybe not eating so that I may could save up to get a camera? Uh, Maybe sacrifice not doing this so that I can work on editing, and it's so many different things that you have to actually ask yourself, right? You gotta ask yourself, are are we really are we really doing everything that we can, right? Like, are we truly doing everything that we possibly can to ensure that all the opportunities and all the doors can get opened. Like, am I doing everything in my power without asking for help, without asking for a handout? What am I doing? Like, that's one thing we have to ask ourselves that. Like, we truly have to ask ourselves, without any help, without anybody providing anything for you, what are you doing that is setting yourself up for whatever it is that you're pushing for? Are you are you making the right calls? Are you putting in enough time? Are you putting in those hours that you claim that you are? Like, just like when you go ask a bank for a loan, for a business loan, right? The bank is going to ask you, before they help you out, they want to know what you did. Let me see your business plan. Let me see everything mapped out. These are things that you need to, these are like, those are the same things that you got to ask yourself when it comes to uh, putting yourself out there with any type of, whether it's your music, whether it's a clothing line, whether it's anything that you could think of that is tied to you. And before you start blaming everybody else, before you start saying, damn, why nobody support me? Why is nobody really rocking with me? Why nobody wants to buy my stuff? Why nobody wants to listen to my, I mean, like, before you start doing all that, ask yourself one question. Did you do everything that you needed to do? And if you can't answer that, then it's time to get back to the drawing board. Honestly, it's time to really reevaluate yourself, because if you sitting here trying to get help, and you're trying to ask for this, can I get a favor? Can I do it? Can you help me out? Can you help me out? And they look at you and they see you didn't put in the time and the effort to make sure that your side was good. Why should I help you out? Why should I bail you out? Now, of course, we always talk about we should always help, one another out. That's true. But we don't get better that way. We don't. We don't get better that way if we just disregard our responsibilities and put it off on somebody else. So don't expect anybody to help you out if you haven't helped yourself out first. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that will still help you out. But when I say that, those are rare. Those are gems. Those are unicorns. Those type of people, honestly, tend to get burnt out too. So you also have to be careful with those. You have to be careful with that. Those people that are constantly helping you out and bailing you out all the time, they get burnt out. So you got to do your part. If you're asking for people to support you, supporting your brand and support your content, support anything that's attached to you that you're trying to promote, best believe you better do your part. And nothing better be half-assed at all. And that's what I strive to do. Like, I'm going to continue on putting out content, or as much content as I can possibly put out. I just ask y'all to tune in, tap in, support. It doesn't hurt nobody. And and that's the thing. I'm not asking y'all to buy nothing. I'm not asking y'all to buy nothing. And I think when it comes to certain things, like, I understand um, not wanting to buy things. I understand that. Like, I understand not wanting to give up your own. I understand not wanting to put out give money away when you feel it may not even be, you know. But honestly, like, listening to somebody, like, supporting somebody's music, unless they're asking, and honestly, unless they're asking you to buy their album, most of this music, that we stream anyways is free, because we're either paying a title subscription or a Apple, whatever. Like, we are paying streaming sites. We're paying music streaming sites to listen to music. So I'm not trying to hear that. Oh, I'm not trying to spend money. This, and that. So whenever I hear somebody, like, especially people from my town back home, right? When they say listen to my music, and I see them, they'll post things on their social media about, listen, go check my music out. I'm going to check it out, and I will share it. Like, it doesn't hurt me, but if I listen to the music and and I rock with it, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna support. Like, that that didn't take money out of my pocket. It didn't, right? And that's what I'm trying to get people, or trying to get people to understand. Like, I'm supporting people. Like, if somebody got a podcast out other than me, um, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. If it's on YouTube, Spotify, like, that stuff is free. I mean, Spotify, you do have to pay for, but just like you have to pay for title, all that other stuff. So it is what it is. But that's what I'm talking about. The it does not it doesn't cost money to support your friends and family with any of their businesses. Like, period. And honestly, I actually get excited. Like, nowadays, like, I go through my social media. Damn, I said that all crazy, right? I scroll through my social media, right? And I'll see um music. Uh I honestly, majority of it's music, but then I also see not only just not only just supporting brands and stuff like that, but I see, like, just certain things. You'd be surprised what uplifts people. You will really be surprised on what can make somebody's day. And when I see, family and friends, loved ones, when they post something positive, when they post something about their business, whatever it is, and it's positive, I'm gonna support it. whether it's black fathers with their, with their kids and stuff, like, because you don't see that all the time, I'm a support. Like, I love that because I have a child of my own, and I wish people can see the other side of that whack stereotype that black people, that like black fathers aren't in their children's lives. Just, I may be getting off topic, but that's just small things. Like, I'm gonna do my part to show support and love regardless. And I really want people, the message I want people to really get is, it really doesn't cost money to support. It don't. It doesn't cost money to support somebody. Not in that sense. I'm talking just giving a shout out. Like, it doesn't cost nobody. It doesn't cost money at all. And sorry about that, guys. Doing a little texting. But yeah, honestly, it doesn't. I don't know why this. Honestly, I don't know why it was heavy on my head or heavy on my mind. Damn, I'm sweating too. Shoot, probably because I got all these damn lights beaming at my head. But honestly, in all actuality, like, just go support. Like, it's not one of those things to plead for anything either. I'm not pleading. I'm not begging. But it's just one of those, like, damn, are y'all hating in a sense? Like, that's like my mind goes. That, I think that's where my mind goes, and I'm quite sure other people feel that way too. Like where my mind goes is, damn, like, what, are you hating or something? Like, for real. Like, that's how I take it. I take it more of like, and the reason why the reason why I say that, right, is because I look at it, how easy I support other people with no hate, no malice, no nothing in my mind, right? So when I don't see it, it's like, well, I know it doesn't take that much to just hit a like or whatever, right? So my mind automatically goes, well, it's not that hard, so you must be hating, like, because I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not offended. Like I don't like. Here's the thing for me: if it's like, I look at it like this, if it's not for you, then okay. But if there's nothing wrong with, say, somebody's music, like the music, let's say, because I'm trying to separate it, because I don't want to tie it to just me. I want to tie it to everybody, right? So let's talk music, for instance, right? If if one of my friends made music, which a lot of my friends actually make music, and I support every last one of my friends that make music, but if they made if one of your friends makes music and you like it, there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't offend you. It's got a nice beat, right? If you jamming, really rocking it, like, this is good music, and your homeboy shared it, whatever, and you listen to it, you remember him recording it in the studio, and you was with him, da da da, right? and then he shares it on his social media, and you see it, you play it, you vibing like it was like you was just in the studio last night or whatever, and you just scroll past it. Now, as simple as that sounds, like, okay, well, he's still like, he rocks with his music, like he doesn't have to like it, but you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised on how much that little support, because you got to look at it. Music, entertainment, um, all these things are businesses, right? And the business is ran by the consumer. However you want to break it down, however you want to do it, but or however you want to tie it to it, right? But those likes, those shares, those comments, that's that's beneficial to the business. That's beneficial to your brand. So if customers or fans, this and that, is conducive to, you know, your brand go doing big and stuff like that, then why wouldn't you invest and want people to like, comment, share? Like, you want that with any product that you're selling, anything that you have out there. You want people to know about it. You want, and you also want, and honestly, social media now, because I notice certain things, like even like scrolling on TikTok, and yeah, I'm quite sure y'all notice it, but if you're scrolling through TikTok, and I'm just using TikTok as an example because it's uh it's more obvious for me. So I'm scrolling through TikTok, and I see a video that seems interesting, but for some reason, the first thing I do when I look at the video is my eyes automatically look to how many people liked it and stuff like that. And I know this is crazy, and I know this may sound weird, but depending on how many likes and stuff the video has will determine whether I finish watching the video. And yeah, that's messed up. Yeah, that's just how my mind works for some reason. But long story short, or to tie into what I'm talking about, that could be like, I don't know. I don't know how to simplify it for you. But if you know exactly what I'm talking about, then okay. Because it's not something where I'm trying to sit here and just rant and complain. Nah, it's not that. It's just because I know I support people and their and their endeavors and their brands and products and stuff like that. I think a part of me probably expected the same thing in return, but that could be foolish of me. And I'm okay with that because my attitude towards things aren't going to change. My attitude towards my show, my podcast isn't going to change, but I do I peep things. I realize things, and certain things don't go unnoticed, and I think that's kind of the message I wanted to get across, is that you may not see it yet, but don't give up. You may not get the responses that you were anticipating, but it's okay. Keep going. I'm okay with the slow start. I'm fine with that. Like, it's really not a sprint, it's a marathon. So I'm gonna keep my pace. I'm gonna keep doing the things that I need to do so that I don't give myself an excuse or give anyone else an excuse to say this is why it didn't work. No. Like, you want to turn that into, oh, I knew that was going to happen. I knew you were going to be successful. I knew you were going to have another show out. I knew you were going to have a movie. I knew you were going to win a Grammy. I knew you were going to get an Oscar. Like, that's what you want to move towards. You don't want to give yourself no excuse for you or anybody else to count you out. And that's just real talk. But once again, I really appreciate y'all listening. And this is going to be this may be the new form. Who knows? But I hope y'all enjoy. Once again, thank you for listening to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your boy. Let's talk about it.